Alright, so the other day I was at a flea market and I was at the very end of the day and it's like we're at the last couple booths and I stumbled upon this booth that was selling just a ton of Games Workshop stuff, Dungeons and Dragons stuff, and it's like it's really unusual that you would find something like that. I'm like, holy smokes, and I'd already spent most of my money already before I got there. I'm like, oh, well, I gotta get some of this stuff, right? And basically, this is what it came in. It came in a drawer. You know, I was just like, hey, can I just take the whole drawer? And he's like, yeah. So I bought every bit and bob that he had of the model stuff. I had left all the books. And the guy's like, you know, I don't know what I got here. I got this from somebody else, and I don't know what the stuff's worth. But I basically, in total, I spent $50. I got this drawer full of stuff, and I got a Pathfinder main rule book. I think it's version 2. But I just bought it pretty much sight unseen, and I have no idea what's in here. But the bad thing is all these little bags are these like super stretchy, and I can't see in here. I can't see what this stuff is. It's a lot of bits. I know that. I got a Chaos Space Marine Kill Team. I think it's Kill Team. I haven't messed around with Games Workshop in like 10 years or more, and so I'm not hip with the stuff. Once they hit like the, what is it, the Age of Sigmar, they've changed from Warhammer Fantasy Classic to Age of Sigmar. I was like, alright, that's it, I'm out. I am not gonna play Keeping Up with the Joneses with these people. But if I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff for a good deal, I'm gonna do it. So this is a sprue. There's a couple things missing off of this sprue, but it's got this giant monster here, and I got this sprue here that looks like it doesn't look like Necrons. I think most everything in here is chaos stuff. These two sprues look identical here. If I flip them the same way, well, they might not be, but for them, yeah, these are the same sprue of whatever this stuff is. Now I do have instructions here for some kind of cart of some sort. Gorbeast Chariot. So I think that goes with these sprues, and that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna put, yeah, I think I got all of this stuff, or at least enough of it to make a whole one. That looks like a horse instead of like a giant crazy monster, but well, see, those look like regular horses, and this is the thing that is on the sprue. So I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm probably gonna put this in a bag. What I'm gonna do is basically I'm gonna go through this stuff and I'm gonna organize it and put it into better bags, you know, because this stuff, and there's a bunch of heroes in here too, but I don't know what they are. So I gotta get my glasses on here so I can see what this stuff is. So this looks like Imperial Fist. What do you call iconography for Space Marines? That's pretty cool. Those should be good guys. It's the exact same sprue right there. This is, I don't know what the hell. I'm just showing you guys this. That's a giant skull thingy right here. And it doesn't look like a person, but with the new fancy schmancy models, you never know. That does look like the back of a person here, and this is the front of the same person, and some kind of arm holding something. But you know, they use the computers to make this stuff nowadays, so it's really hard to tell what you got. That looks like something for a base. Like somebody's standing on a base, a giant shield. There's another one of those dudes here. If you guys know what any of this stuff is, you know, you can tell me in the comments. But those two look like they're similar. They go to something. This is very, oh, this is, what what do you call it, a Necron? Yeah, this is a Necron sprue here. So there's a big Necron, there's his back, there's his front, there's his gun. He's even got his head on here. He's got a skull on there. So this might be, that looks like a complete dude right there, holding a giant gun. That's really cool. Here's a bunch of Necrons here. These look like the newer Necrons because they look a lot bigger than the older stuff. There's the backs. Here's the fronts. 1, 2, 3 heads. Is that heads? Yep, those are heads. So there's some Necrons. Those are cool. I'll separate these out since I know what they are. Those are Necrons. Here's a part of that cart, I think. It's got some crazy beast on here. And a head of a weird monster. Set that to the side. Look at this. There's just like a crap load of skulls. Just like a big giant sprue of skulls. And I was borrowing and stealing skulls for my current campaign to put on the bookshelves. And now I'm swimming in these things. Because I know there's a baggie full of these busted up in there as well. So there's some skulls. Here's another. That's a bunch of chaos stuff for sure. It's just a bunch of beastmen heads there. And a spider skull, I guess is what that is. Set that over there. Here's the other part of the... This is obviously the cart to the thing. Got some wheels here. And a cart base. And I need a cart for my campaign, but I'm not going to use this one. This one's like way overly fancy. But I'm going to stick this all in one big bag. And let's see what else we got in here. We got a ton of these bases. We got base, big bases. We got a bunch of little bases here. Really fancy, which is cool. I have a ton of bases, but not like really fancy bases like that. I got some more transfers here. Imperial Fists. Yeah, these are what they are. I got a bunch of Imperial Fist transfers. And those will go with the shoulder pads. And I'll put those in with my Space Marines. Let me set these bases aside. I'm going to put this in my bits box. I may just chop all these off of these bases and put that in my bits box. I'm not sure. Okay, so I got this guy who's holding something weird. He's a hero of some sort. He's complete. He looks good. Let's see what else I got here. I have another crate. I think this is a dark elf dude. He might be a high elf dude. And he's pretty much complete. And his staff isn't bent or anything. So that's good. I'll try to put him in something protective. Let's dig around here. I have another dude. I don't know where this guy is from. Let me flip this around so I can see if you can see this stuff really well. So there's that guy. None of his stuff is broken off. I'm surprised because it's just in the shelf in this drawer. There's a lot of weird stuff going on. There's another dude. He looks like he's from the same era. He's the same kind of dude. I think these are Age of Sigmar guys. You know, the only reason why they did Age of Sigmar and stuff is because, you know, they could copyright it. And then I got these, which I think these are Kill Team, but I'm not really sure. These might be the way they do the new Warhammer 40K stuff. They're all different. So, and they're all like they're all flocked and made up to match something. I think the Chaos Space Marines I got that I didn't bring over go to that stuff. What else is in here? I have a Skaven with a giant warpstone staff. But he's not based. He's a slot base. I've got somebody's arm here. And I think that dude is in here. Because it looks like it was glued on and it fell off. And then here's another Skaven. I think this guy is from the starter set. This dude looks starter set-y. You know. But he's cool. I know he goes with that other dude. I got a new on the sprue. Knight of some sort, but his head is missing, of course. But I think there's a bunch of heads in this set. But that's cool. I mean, I've got glue. I'd much rather bust these guys off and put them together than to screw around. And then I've got these tree bits, and I have like 4 of these trees across the street in my shop that they're put together, and I think these things just kind of fell off of them. They need to be redone, but they're real fiddly. They're not very robust. Let's see who else I got here. Oh, I got the Skaven leader here. I think this is from a starter set, because I think I have this dude already. But he will go in the Skaven box if I have room. If I have room, I'll make room. Yeah, this is definitely an Age of Sigmar dude. He's got like a big crossbow, and he's got the... I really don't like these heads. They're kind of goofy looking, you know. But, I mean, he's complete. He looks cool. And he'll go with these other hero dudes. There's another one of those dudes I can't identify. He's got like a beak. He's ripped with muscles. Let me put him over here with the other ripped dudes. Before I start getting into all this other stuff, I'm trying to find all the there's some trees. Here's another set of bases here, and I got a bunch more of these things. Like, see, look at this. Like, what the hell is going on here? This looks like it's broke. But it's not. It's not broken. These must go together somehow. Something like that. Who knows? But I got a bunch of these. Like movement trays. Like modern day. Obviously 40K because they're round. Movement trays. I'll stack them in the stack. Got a big old box of large size slot of bases here. Go with the bases. I got this piece of terrain. This looks like a... What do you think? It's a Necron base terrain thing here. Put that with the Necrons. This is a huge base. This must be for the wagon. Looks like it. I'll put that with the wagon. I got a guy that's primed here. Obviously a Chaos Space Marine here. Put him down here in the heroes section. Some kind of wild double crossbow. Gotta stick it somewhere. So there it is. Okay. Got some more bases here. They're not slotted. Centurion Wargame bits. 50mm. Oh, there's another hero coming out. Another hero. That is a regular Space Marine. Regular Space Marine. He looks a lot bigger and beefier than the old ones. This must be a modern day Space Marine because he's definitely on the large size compared to what I'm used to. And that's all the heroes. Man, I got a ton of bases in here. Oh, it's hard to pick up bases when they're on a flat surface. Oh my gosh, so many bases. I can't get them out. Alright, more bases. More bases. A huge base. Another... picking all the bases out so I can put them all in one place. Alright, that should be all of them. Here. And see this, they got this, you can't see through this. What are these? These are, a pack of 10 miniature war game. It doesn't say what size they are. They look bigger than 30 millimeter. Some big bases, medium-sized bases, a really big base. Here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make my life easier. Going through all the bases in a big old bag here. Since this bag is big enough, I'm just going to throw all those in there. Throw all those in there. Dump all these out. Get rid of these bags. Uh-oh. What's that? See, this is what I can't see what those are. I will. This might be a long video you might want to skip through. Oh, look at that. They're textured. There. They got skulls on them already. I've seen these before, but I don't have a ton of them. It's like the Lazy Man's pre-textured base. Okay. So those, just dump them in here. You know, I don't really super need a ton of bases. I already got, like, bases. But hey, you can never have too many bases. There's no such thing. Alright. Set that aside. Do I have another gigantic ass bag like that? I do. Let me put this, all this gigantic ass cart in here. This is all together. Now I'm not sure if all this goes together, but I'm gonna say yes, it does, because I've identified everything else that is definitely not this cart and that and anything that's left over. Okay, so let's see what's in this bag. Let's see what kind of heads we got here. I'm staring at them and I still don't know what they are. Okay, so this is the most iconic one here. It's got like a little Roman thing on it. Maybe somebody knows what that is. It looks kind of like Space Marines, but not really. They must be, they might be Chaos Space Marines, but they don't have like Space Marine, like traditional helmets. And they don't look like anything fantasy either. Yeah, that looks like some kind of Adeptus Imperialis head right there. Of some sort. It's hard to get on the camera. There, that's the best I can get right there. Alright, so let's put all these heads in a duffel bag. Oh, these are a little bit bigger bags than I was expecting. I thought I had smaller bags. But heads will roll! And we're going to call this the head bag. Let's see what's next. Well, there's more red. And I got some... Okay, these are shields, but they're bigger shields than orc shields. And those are some kind of beast man chaos heads right there. There's some stuff like that. And then here's the incredibly detailed shields. The backs are even pretty detailed. There. Alright, we got some heads, and oh, there's an orc head. I think no, that's not an orc. It might be an orc. He's like a weird orc. And then I got some human arms. So we'll... oh, there's a human arm. We'll set that over to the side. Next bag. Oh my gosh, this is a lot of stuff. Alright, get rid of them bags. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of bits. Oh yeah, these are definitely chaos heads. So just, oops, all chaos heads in here. There's a cool, like, Trojan head. I'll put that aside. And there's some skull iconography here. There's a bunch of these kind of heads and stuff. This isn't really my thing. That's not my bag, baby. So I'm gonna put these in the a different bag. Okay. It's not really a whole lot in here that I want, but somebody else might want. Alright, that is the not interested pile. And this is the giant bag of chain swords. Like, holy cow, that's a lot of chain swords. And some power claws. There's a power claw. I thought this blue would be a good background, but I'm not sure if that's a good idea or not. So, see, that's like a larger Space Marine deal than the little ones. Power claw. A giant battle axe. Chain swords. There's another like power chain axe. So there's a biggie right there. There's some kind of weird. That must be a mutation of some sort. There's a mutation of something. So let's put this in a different bag. I'm hoping I can get rid of it. I'm hoping I can compile some of these bags instead of just having like, I don't know how many bags we got here, but we got a bunch. Let's see what's the next bag. Shields! Those are chaos shields. Tower shields, round shields. Oh, yeah. It's a mixed bag of shields. So, I'll just show you a close-up of a couple of them here. This one looks like the most common in the bag, and I will go ahead and put that with the chain swords here. Boop. Boop. It's a bag within a bag. And it's more bases. Let's see. 25mm Necromunda bases. 2017 Games Workshop. Oh, that's cool. Got some up-to-date. I'll put these in the base bag that I've already put away. See, that's the thing. It's like you can't see what's in these bags. Alright, what's next? What's the next? Here's the next. Oops, there's a slaughter base. I need that for that Skaven anyway. So, let's see what we got in this bag. It is some really fiddly Chaos Space Marines. There's one. Here's two. Oh my gosh, this guy's jacked up, man. He's got holes in him. He's almost. This must be like for some terrain piece. I don't think. He don't look like he's doing too good. His sword's broken. They look like battlefield casualties here. And then I got some really funky looking weapons here. There's a warhammer. Pew, 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 pew. It's got a hand on it. And then there's some kind of chaosy sword. And let's see what else we got here. There's a He-Man Thundercats type sword. That's pretty cool. And a gun. Some busted up Space Marine armor. I'm going to put this in the weapons and armor bag. I'm going to leave those wounded characters out there, and those are going to be for like terrain. Let me just go ahead and throw these weapons and armor in here as well. And then these guys I'm going to set to the side because they look like they're supposed to be in a battlefield somewhere. Getting hurt. And it's another bag of heads. What kind of heads do we got? We got like all generic heads? Oh, these are all chaos heads here, I think. These are all... Yeah, this is all chaosy heads. More of the same. Yeah, there's nothing... Oh, here's just a little sample. But they got like the most interesting one. And I got this one. That one's fairly interesting. Here, I already have a bag of heads here. So we'll throw all those in. Man, this is... why do they got so many heads? I mean, I know they give you options for heads, but this is a little ridiculous here. Alright, more bags down. Alright, next bag. Let's see what we got here. Uh-oh, we got some hangers on here. Oh, oh my gosh, it's like a fish hook. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, it's elven. It's an elven staff. A lot of elf stuff. This looks very high elfy. Very fiddly. Very fiddly. A bunch of these. Ooh, that's a cool looking sword. Look at it. Check that. Check that one out. That's cool. Yeah, they don't make them like they used to, do they? That's much more intricate. There's another one of those staffs, almost identical. Probably is identical. Bunch of generic elf swords here. There's a skeletal arm of some sort. An arrow. He's got an arrow. I don't know where his bow is, but it's in here somewhere. An elf axe. And that's gonna go in weapons and armor. Ugh, This stuff is so fragile. That's one of the things I really don't like about modern miniatures is they're so fragile. It's like, you know, we're trying to play games and beat each other up with these, right? I mean, am I wrong? I mean, we're throwing these things on the tabletop and jacking each other up with them. Another bag of heads. These are... Now that's a Terminator head right there, that's for sure. So these are Space Marines. That guy's got a helmet with the visor up on it. These are definitely Space Marine dudes of some sort. Yeah, there's a Beaky in here. So these are a bag of heads out here. Yeah, I need a regular, like, open unhelmeted Space Marine head for a couple of my dudes that are... I got some dudes like this that are missing heads, and it's like, I just need the right one to put on this dude, and he's gonna be cool, but I can't use it until I find one. That's half the reason why I bought these. Now, these are skulls. I know this is skulls because I looked at this earlier and I was like, what is this? And dude, that is just an absolute crap load of skulls. Skulls, skulls, more skulls. There's some monster skulls in here as well, but it's mostly just, and they're already pre-primed. Like, it's like, looks like somebody was eating some kind of fruit and we're spitting the seeds out on this. Where are my baby? Here we go. I'm gonna put these are. I'm gonna set aside because these I want to use for terrain. So I'm gonna get out one of these little baggies to put these in. And it's like, yeah, I was scrimping and scrounging for some skulls, and I came up with like 2 skulls that a buddy of mine gave me, and now I'm like swimming in them, which is cool, you know. But I won't need any more skulls until I'm dead at this point. Which is hopefully a long time away, but I got a lifetime supply. Let's say it that way. And that's a much more manageable bag of skulls. And we'll set that aside because there might be more in here. I found some more bases! Oh, there's another skull. Let me put that back in there. Two more of those oblong bases. I'll put that in the base bag. There we go. Alright, what's the next? What's next? There's stuff in here. What is it? What is it, precious? What is it? Some kind of horde heads, which we have a horde head bag here. I just got a couple of them. No, they're not orcs. They're some kind of monsters. They're like, well, this one looks like a bug with horns, and this one looks like a cyclops with horns, of course. And there's an orky cyclops with horns. You know, generic monster heads. Throw those in there. Next, what's in here? Are these heads or tails? It's a Skaven head. It's a Skaven head. And these are all Skaven heads. These are cool. There's some modern Skaven heads there. Alright, they go in the bag of heads. I know they had these like kind of sorted out differently, but They had them probably by race or whatever, but yeah. If I have to, I'll go that way, but okay, here's more. This is just all chaos horns. Mutations. These are just straight up, just regular mutations. And I will put that in the bag of chaos mutants. Here's a bag. It has nothing in it. This bag has nothing in it. This bag has something in it. Bunk. And this is, looks like more mutations of some sort. Yeah, this is just things that don't fit into my aesthetic. Okay, here we go. Ooh, Space Marines, iconography. Some Shodoma pads. Big Shodoma pad. That one's got a book on it. An Ultramarine? I don't know if you can see this in the camera, but I'm showing them anyway. That's the same book. Ooh, this one has a book and scrolls. Ooh. Those will go into the Arms and Armor. Arms and Armor. There's the next bag. Let's see what we got. Mutations. Weird, hairy mutations. Here, this is the biggest one. Here, I'll show you just in case. This will go into the... Well, there's a female fish head. I'll keep that. These must be dark elf or something. I'll keep some dark elf heads. Yeah, that's what these are. These must be like dark elf chicks. But like, see, like that one, is she ugly? I don't want to get the ugly girl. Throw these somewhere. Oh, bag of heads. Next, rats. Aw, rats. What am I going to do with these? I'm going to put these guys in a little bag. Those are cool. See, there's some rats. They get their own bag, just in case. Where were these rats when I needed rats for my current campaign? Next, what do we got here? What do we got? What is it? Orc heads. Oh, that guy's weird. Yeah, these are kind of chaosy heads. Like vampire counts, maybe? I think is what this is. Man, there are just so many heads. I don't know. I don't get it. Why there's so many. And not much of anything else. Of course, we're not done with the bag here, so... Ooh, man. I got this here great. And I need this for my next campaign. And now I don't have to build it. I got one. And I'm just going to use this. Sweet. Something I can actually use right now. Uh-oh. Now, is this Skaven stuff or is this Chaos stuff? Definitely looks very chaosy. This is weird. That looks like, I don't know, it might be upside down. It might be like for the head of a ship. There's a big giant chaos wheel of some sort. Another grate, which I need. I need that. Here is a, oh, it's a grot. There's a grot here. There's some kind of cannon. A big giant Skaven head thing here. A barrel. Hey, who doesn't need a barrel? Even though I just made like 1,000 of these, there's a super detailed barrel. A wagon wheel. I need to make a wagon. And here's a wagon wheel. If there's 2 of them, I'll use these instead of the ones I fabricated, but I don't think there is. Here's a giant flaming skull piece of terrain. This looks like terrain stuff, really. There's a... I've seen this dude before. This is like a Bretonian, and he's like running away or something. He's doing something. He's got a really whimsical, screaming in terror face. Yeah. Oh, here's another wagon wheel. They're different. They're same, but different. Same, but different. I'm gonna hang on to those and set those aside because those look cooler than the wagon I was gonna use. A giant monster head. It looks like a lion or something. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of great bits. This is like the jackpot of bits. There's some kind of dude holding the sword, and he looks like he's holding it for somebody else. I can't really tell what it is that's holding it. It might be a Skaven. He's got a tail on him, maybe. This is a pretty fascinating bag here of goodies. There's some mushrooms, a dude hanging with no head, more mushrooms, it looks like a squig holding something, maybe like a grenade, but I can put all these in a small bag, I believe, instead of wasting a big bag on these. Now let's put the big stuff in first. I'll leave that out, and I'll leave that out. Let's see, am I going in here? Put all these. This is like super cool bits. Like if you make a really plain Jane piece of terrain, and you add just a couple of these little bits, it like just knocks that piece of terrain up to the next level. You know, it's like this. It's like putting salt on your plain, boring macaroni and cheese. It's like, it's just enough. You know, spice it up. Alright, next. There's a couple bits that didn't make it. Oh, what's next? Ooh. Oh my gosh, these are heads, but very fiddly. These might be... Look, see, they got like bangs hanging down. That's just too fragile. This must be vampire counts or something. This is a vampire head. Alright, I'll throw this in the bag of heads. Next bag. I'm hoping there's more stuff in here. Here's a mini chaos dude. This is like all little goblins, little mischief makers, like just a ton of them. Yeah, weird goblin dudes. Yeah, he's carrying a bunch of scrolls. And Jabba the Hutt kind of deal going on. These are just like all kind of like little extra dudes. I mean, I could make these into like some kind of mobs, dungeon mobs of annoying creatures you gotta fight. Next. Uh-oh. Lots of standards, some flags. Lots of flags. Flag. Well, banners. They're not flags, they're banners. And some more iconography. Lots of iconography here. Oh, there's one with a skeleton on it. Another one with a skeleton on it. Okay. Where is that bag? Did I make a bag already for this kind of stuff? Maybe. I don't see it. I'll put this. Oh, you know what? Here. I'm going to put these two in here. Put these. Okay, let's see what we got in this bag. Is shields, some swords, some axes, generic arms and armor, next bag empty. Next bag is a bag of heads. More heads. What kind? It's like a scuba diver. These are kind of... There's some alien dudes in here. But there's some regular... modern looking heads. Okay. These in the bag of heads. These in the other bag of heads. Where's the other bag of heads? Here we go. Keep going. Okay, so another bag of heads. Somebody spent a lot of time separating these out, and I'm just sitting here slamming them back in. What is this? It's another. Oh, it's another head. Big surprise. That is a goblin head. These are goblin heads of some sort. Deep. Yeah, these look like well, they used to call those moon guys in the starter set, in the goblin starter set. Dark moon Goblins. Alright, what we got in here? We got a cleaver, a big cleaver, and a big sword. Arms and armor. Oh, we're getting to the bottom. We got some more bases here. 2-inch circular large RPG bases. Oh, these are like acrylic. These are shiny acrylic. Throw those in the bases. Empty bag. Next. This in here. There's a flag with an Aquila on it. And then that's the back of it. And it's like, this is like a bunch of generic. It's the same kind of stuff. I want to say this is Kill Team stuff because it's like really strange looking heads here. More heads. Put this in with these heads. Put this in arms and armor. Just a couple more bags here. Oh, we got some Space Marine chain swords, and I got a plasma pistol and some power fists. And just a regular gun, but this is a beefed up. Here's some more. Here, let me get these out. Some more weapons. I'm literally scraping the bottom of the barrel here. So, this bag is full of long black hair. This dude must have worn a Metallica t-shirt and owned a boa constrictor or a python. Something. Some orc heads. Some orc heads. That was a quick bag. Alright. I got some kind of knife, a club. These look like Necromunda pieces. There's a bolter in here. So, basically just weapons. And I got some Shodoma pads. And these are all mutated out. That one's not. Mutant shoulder pads. Sort and throw them here. Pick out which one I want, which ones I don't want. That's cool. Alright, I'll keep these. And that's the end of the box. Thanks for suffering through here, guys. I'm just, I had no idea what was in here. It's just a bunch of stuff. And most of it's keepers. well, that's it. Thanks for watching.